reduzca counts of violations of its airspace and closes the frontier with Belarus and Russia.
And place their troops on high alert.
The unknown object that was shot down during the exercise turned out to be a Russian drone. The official line is that it was shot down to prevent an air collision with our jets training nearby. But the Russians refused to go along with that story and maintained that it was flying on their side of the border.
But it was flying on the wrong side of the border, right?
Well, it was hit in the Lithuanian airspace, but ended up a few meters on the other side of the frontier. So, as you can imagine, they jumped on the occasion to create their own narrative. In any case, the Lithuanian government has closed their borders with Belarus and Kaliningrad until the end of the investigations. As a response, the Russians have placed all their troops at the border on high alert and sent a quote-unquote military convoy carrying humanitarian aid to Kaliningrad. They are approaching the town of Lazdishe as we speak.
And nobody thought about stopping them?
It's a tricky situation. The Lithuanians cannot block humanitarian convoys without breaking international treaties.
Humanitarian, my ass. We can't let that happen. The so-called humanitarian convoy is like spitting in our face. Williams, what are our units in the area?
A striker company from 2nd Cav is training nearby. If they move at once, they should be able to intercept the convoy before it reaches the city of Lazdie.
This isn't much, but it'll have to do. Dispatch them immediately.
General, don't you see what's happening? The drone, the convoy, half the Russian army are on high alert on the other side of the frontier. This whole situation could very well be a false flag operation. If you rush into this convoy with blazing guns, this would certainly give them a justification for a strong military response.
They wouldn't dare. They're only testing our resolve. So we'll put ourselves in their way, make a show of force, and watch them go crawl back under their rock.
And what will you do if they don't stop?
The city of Lazdie is a vital crossroad to reinforce Lithuania. If they take control of it, we have no way to defend Vilnius in case of invasion. We cannot take the risk to let that happen.
Sir, Striker Company responded. They are already inside of Lazdie and are awaiting orders.
Thank you, Major. Let's go, Commander. We have a lot on our plate.
The convoy has been spotted a few miles down this highway, sir.
No time to lose, then. This crossroad is the last position where we can stop them before they reach the city. Send your troops there immediately, Commander.
Moving there now.
The convoy is approaching. We're tracking its position with a drone.
Hurry up! Capture the crossroad before they reach it.
10-4.
Remember, this is officially a humanitarian convoy, and unless proven otherwise, it must be considered as such. Act with extreme caution here, General.
Yeah, of course. Commander, make sure our troops are instructed to hold their fire and engage only if fired upon.
Copy. Holding that position. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Copy. Relocating. You'd be blind without us.
We are holding the crossroad, General.
Ready to transport.
They are approaching rapidly. Maybe they didn't see us. Shall we fire a warning shot?
Vehicle is good to go.
Negative! Hold your fire and stay in the middle of the road. Show them we're here, and they'll back off.
They stopped.
It looks like they're hesitating.
I guess they weren't expecting us. Come on, now is the moment of truth. Either they go back, or they try to pass in force.
Hey, check out this rooster
Look,
cruiser
they're
they
moving
gave
back.
me. Weapons team at your order.
Thank God we won't have a war on our hands
weapons
today.
ready.
Congratulations, General. I have to admit, I didn't think it would be that easy.
No, wait. They turned left. What are they doing?
They're trying another approach to bypass us. Commander, redeploy your troops on these crossroads. Show them we're not here by accident.
Rolling on
Don't forget to call reinforcements. We'll need all the help we can get to cover all these crossing points.
Roger. Moving out. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Heavy weapons here. Double time! Already there.
They've stopped again. First crossroad secured.
Combat vehicle standing by. Fighting vehicle is combat ready, sir. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Cargo truck
Second
ready.
crossroad secured, sir.
Dumping cargo.
Enemy soldiers have dismounted from the trucks and started moving in our direction. We got positive identification of weapons. I repeat, PID of
Some heavy
weapons.
firepower.
Hold your fire! This is a game of chicken. Whoever shoots first takes the blame.
And whoever gets shot
Bobby
first
here, no
dies.
traffic. Weapons
Williams,
team ready.
drop a bomb on the road in front of them as a warning. We must show where our red line stands.
Weapons team standing by. Look alive!
Our drone has been shot down.
It's clear they're not coming to shake hands. You're authorized to engage, Commander.
Move up!
Armed vehicles are detaching from the bulk of the convoy. They're moving up in our direction. Prepare for an assault.
Establish defensive positions in the buildings near the crossroads on our flank, Commander. And make sure our troops are resupplied. If one of these positions is overwhelmed, fall back on the main crossroad and hunker down there. I scrambled jets to provide fire support, but they won't be there before 30 minutes. Your orders are simple. Hold at all costs until they arrive.
Copy.
Your men will never hold that long. Give me a minute. We have a pair of AC-130 gunships in the area. I will demand they be rerouted in your direction.
We? Who are you actually working with now, Miller?
Just use the planes and don't ask questions. They will be there in about 10 minutes.
We got us a convoy. Striker here. Go ahead. Our vehicle has been hit. Need repair. Weapons team under fire. Requesting orders. Striker here. We're under fire. Get us the fuck out of here. Keep driving. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way.
advised, Commander. A second wave of vehicles has forced the border and is approaching on the highway. They are accompanied by self-propelled howitzers this time.
Get in that building!
Static
Set up a
defenses
base
will
of
be
fire.
hammered by their artillery, so use the mobility of the strikers to avoid their fire.
Ready. Personal carrier here. Vehicle status red. Situation's hot. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Already there. Smoke screen. Moving out. Mortar at your command, sir. Call for fire received. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Weapons team here. Get your gear, we're moving out. Quickly now. Who wants a skylight for his house? You like big guns too? Fighting vehicle ready for combat. Pop and smoke. Fighting vehicle at your command, sir. Pedal to the metal. Already there. Engaging hostiles.
A handful of Lithuanian units have arrived and will hold the outskirts of the town on our left. Fall back on the main crossroad and hunker down there to receive the main Russian assault. Our flank is starting to crumble. You can abandon ground to gain time, Commander, but make sure you keep control of the main crossroad.
Weapons team.
Their artillery fires volley after volley without repositioning. Sadly, our mortars lack the range to provide counter battery without exposing themselves.
They're just asking to be beaten. Williams, contact the Lithuanian artillery battery that was training with the strikers. Those PCH-2000s will come in handy.
At once, sir.
Artillery relocating. Roger. We're on the move. Move your asses, maggots! Anti-armored vehicle, engage! Hit it! Striker awaiting orders.
Sir, the Lithuanian artillery responded. One of their platoons is already on its way.
Mission complete.
You can call it as reinforcement, Commander.
Who needs support?
The situation is getting dire here, Miller. When are those planes coming?
Proceeding to the next base of
Almost
fire.
there. Just hold on a few more minutes.
Relocating to the next emplacement. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Heavy weapons team taking fire! Move, move, move! Striker at your command, sir. Run as fast as you can! Weapons team at your command, sir. Heavy
their guns have been silenced at last.
Direct fire engagement. Direct fire on my mark. Striker awaiting orders. ATGM carrier ready. Striker here. We're in combat.
The cavalry has arrived, Commander. The gunships are here to support you. Move them over enemy positions and enjoy the show.
New course set. Gunship standing by for target.
Enemy units are pouring through the main crossroad. Eliminate them and retake it immediately. Our position is overwhelmed. Retreat into the city outskirts and use the gunships to repel the assault.
Stand on it, come on! Put that hammer down! 10, Roger. We're rolling. Aiding and abetting on goal this
The Russian troops seem to be falling back. Looks like they've had enough for today.
That was a close shave. The Stryker Brigade is in poor shape and needs to be withdrawn. But they bought us precious time to organize our next move. Congratulations, Commander.
No time for congratulations. Reports indicate Russian penetrations on all the main axes leading to the 3 capital cities of the Baltic states. So there you have it, General. Your long